So when I'm working in my area, got my own little refrigerator. And what do I keep in there? The crucial elements. Got my crush. Got a little water when it gets a little hot in here. Gotta always have some Miller Lite. What's going down, community? Here we go again, another Sunday. Didn't get too many figures this week. Waiting for a package in the mail, a couple of packages, which you'll see that next Sunday. Man, I'm excited for this box that's coming in, man. It's something I've been waiting for a minute now. But before we get into this all, I got to give a shout out to the people at Articulated Times. They gave me a shout out on their last video, which I didn't expect that. So it was just a cool little honor right there. I'll put the link in the description for that. I mean, it was really cool. Just when people actually give you the shout out like that you don't even really know, or I was watching their videos after that, and they got some good stuff on there. So I became a fan really fast. They just took the time out just to shout me out, which was cool. So I'm really digging that. Let's see. One of those things I did get today, something I was looking for a minute, was little shaky moment there. We got The Rock from the Legend series. Now, I'm not a wrestling fan anymore, so to say, but I've always been a fan. Just kind of one of those things I've grown apart from. But growing up in the 80s, it was all about wrestling. I was a big fan of that. Went on the off period, came back around, I would say, 94, 95. It's when they had WCW and WWF at the time, now WWE. But yeah, I was watching that heavily back then. I mean, that's when it was going down. I watched it all the way up to 2004. I actually went to WrestleMania in Seattle. So that was one of the best ones because I got to see all of the icons go at it. So it was really cool. But this was the one I wanted to get for a minute now. Never seen them in store. The problem was a lot of these figures that are in my area, the cases were smashed in heavily. And it's like, well, why would I want to get that? Because I want to keep these guys in packaging. Just the wrestlers I've grown up liking, or the ones I do. I'm not going to go crazy and get them all. So, and the package on this guy is crisp. I mean, this is really nice. Taking one of Boog's words. But this thing is cool. So yeah, I might get a couple more of these if I can find them. I saw Demolition, but the box is all damaged, so I want to find them ones in really good box condition because they'll be put up for a minute. So that was that. A lot of you guys wanted to check out my crib or my back area. You can see I've got a disaster. Look at that. That's what a collector's table should look like, or it shouldn't. I don't know. But yeah, it's all a process, getting everything going. Got down here, those are my Matty boxes, all the boxes I've gotten. Put a lot of my trades in here. Let's see what kind of trades we got. Iron Man Civil War. The Civil War trade, still one of my top favorites. Love that. Ultimate Spider-Man, the first run. Here we got the Batman Encyclopedia. This thing is absolutely dope. It's got so much info on it. You can't go wrong with that. House of M, great storyline. Love this. This was, I'd say, at the start for the whole disaster on everything. We got here some magazines. Superman, Godfall. What else we got? Ultimates 2. Love the Ultimates. Awesome. Spawn comic. Didn't even know that was in there. Damn, a lot of Spawn comics. We got some of those Transformer checklists. They got a bunch of those. Man, we got a lot. Kingdom Come. More of those Transformers. We got Avengers Disassembled. Another great read. Ultimates again, Volume 2. Love that shit. And the Transformers Complete Guide. This right here, I have both versions. Love this. I mean, I can sit here and read this like all day. Definitely, you guys gotta check that out. Let's pop over here real quick on the other side. So like, yeah, I utilize all these drawers here, man. All kinds. You got some bags and boards for the comics, some empty boxes, pictures. Got some cards, Derek Thomas rookie. Got all kinds of stuff in there. And here we go. We got the big guides. These books are really cool. There's a lot of info. Great artwork. I actually saw the author of these at the con. What was it? 3 years ago. So what we got? We got JLA. We got the Avengers. Yep, Avengers, people. Gotta love those Avengers. You see, they've still got some more out there. I gotta still pick up the Iron Man one, Hulk as well, and the Iron Man. And this big boy. Everybody who is a Marvel fan, comic fan, you have to get this. This is just really crucial. There's a lot. This one's actually really updated. Anti-Venom. As you can see, this is the newest one. Actually take off the little soft cover. But just love this thing, man. You can spend hours looking at this thing. Here we got, this is the David Finch book. Actually got this at the con. Oh, his artwork. The guy's just awesome. Where's his signature? Sign it somewhere. There it is. My favorite artist in the world. Oh yeah, old high school yearbook. We won't get into that. What else we got? We got the Transformer, the art book. A lot of great art in this one. From all over. I mean, from I think IDW and DW at the time. So cool. And we got the Batman guide. This is a different one compared to the encyclopedia. It's got, you know, the basic coverage, but still a lot. I mean, it just goes on cool forever. Definitely, you guys gotta check those out. They're only like $20 or so. We got the X-Men. There's actually a third version to this, I believe. It's a updated version. And we got the Transformers book. Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, I like this. So they show all the parts to them. That is dope. Megatron's the same way. Yeah, a lot of these got power ratings and all that stuff. So if you get a chance, definitely got to get these books. They're really cool. You can get them anywhere. I mean, Barnes and Nobles, all those places. All right, so now I did my contest entry for Sean Long. It was 10 seconds of epic battle or something like that. But I had this whole area I did just for that contest, and I was like, I don't think I can get enough of this on time in 10 seconds. And I flew by it and didn't work, so I had to go halfway through it. So I'll just run it by real quick. Bam, bam. Honk. That's kind of cool. We got Guy Gardner taking a shot in Cyborg Superman. She's getting ripped apart. And then Hal Jordan throwing a little net. This is actually a piece from Spider-Man animated Shocker. So it works. Little net, it's green. And then right back here, see if we can get in on it. Got Kyle Rayner taking a slice in on one of the Black Lanterns. See way back there in the back. Yes, I know. I got to get some new cutouts. Been really lagging on my cutouts, and I had a whole bunch, and I turned my back, and Little Nightmare just tore them up. That kid's something else. Larfleet's grabbing all the rings. He's gonna run out. Necron. This is one of the dopest Blackest Night figures. This thing is so sick. Ooh, he's dead. Little casualty back there. Little casualty right here. Yes, it's John Stewart, but you can't see his face, so you don't even know if that's John Stewart. So I just told you. So it's not John Stewart. Oh, choking him out. Ah. So, like I said, some of the DC Directs do work with the Universe figures. And back there, she got him pinned down. Yeah, you can't really do much with her. Not at all. And then this right here, I made it a little fun. It's like a little evolutionary process of Sinestro. You can see him in his Green Lantern days. Now he's full on bad, went to the dark side. And then you see him as his first beginning stage of the Sinestro Corps. And then this is kind of like the final evolution. He's a lot more powerful. Yeah, he's a DC Direct. But this is just a beautiful figure. I mean, he's 6, so it's a little process. It was fun. What's interesting here is you can see the size difference. So, yeah, he's a little bit taller. He kind of shrank over the years. Got even smaller. And then he grew. Even his head grew. Look at that melon. Looking like the leader. And we got over here this little fight. Kilowog under Kilo. It's got her held. I was actually gonna put like some kind of spikes over here or something, so he'd be like slamming her into it. But Kilowog saves her at the last minute. So yeah, I couldn't get all this in there. It was like this. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, that's making me sick just looking at that. But yeah, so congratulations, Sean Long. I mean, really cool concept, which was 20 seconds. But you know what, 10 seconds. Still got some awesomeness in there. Bam. So yeah, I'm really gonna actually really start focusing. I'm in the process of just dumping out all these cases real quick. You can see I got all my figures everywhere, and I'm really heavily focused on the articulated comic book art side of all of this. Just getting in there, start getting more practice in, shooting more videos. Even if it's only like 2 figures battling out, I'm just gonna do that, post them up, get responses, see what people like, if some things need to be changed here and there. Just have fun with it, keep practicing, because the tournament's coming up and I'm gonna be ready for that, because it's gonna be fun. You know what I'm saying? Is when stuff like this goes down, to make it fun, I get really excited about it, collecting. So right now I got to be focused on getting props, more cutouts, trying to work on some backdrops. That's not my skill point, is backdrops, but I'm just gonna have fun with it and see what I can come up with, because there's a lot of talent in the community. FPQR, that guy's a beast to be reckoned with right there. And What You Wants, that guy's an up and comer, really fast. I look at him as one of the top in the community as far as art form. And what I'll start doing also is, in my description boxes and videos, I'm gonna start just randomly throwing out artists up there, and giving them some airtime too, some plugs. So definitely make sure you guys check out the description bars. I know a lot of us do that as well. We're just gonna that's how I'll do my shout outs from now on. See them in there. Definitely subscribe to those guys. Saying I'm not gonna put anybody out there who you won't respect. You guys will respect those guys, because they have serious art form. So I hope a lot of you guys, other guys, do that as well. Just have fun with it, because this is gonna be a big tournament. There's a lot of good stuff coming out of it. Just gonna have fun with it. All right, guys, let's get into some comics real quick. It's like I got some 3 weeks ago, right before I went on vacation. Then, whatever was this week and last week. But there was some good ones, and there were some really crappy ones. But just get into a few of them real quick. This was the best, I think, of what I've read this whole week. Carnage #4. It's just been one of those titles you have to read it to really appreciate it. It actually shows what happened to Cletus Cassidy, or Carnage, when he was ripped up in space by Sentry. I thought it was hella cool. He's just crazy. It talks about how crazy he is too when all that was going down. He's just sitting there like kind of laughing about it, and then he just fades out. It actually goes into deep on how he survived it, or the symbiote survived it. There's a lot of new stuff that's going to emerge from this. I'm just wondering where it's going to go from this, if Carnage is going to be lasting in the Marvel U for a while. Shriek is back as well, and she plays a big role in this, especially #5, because it's going to go down. So, yeah, you definitely got to check this out if you can. Another great one was Avengers #11. Like I've said before, Brian Bendis just keeps me going with this title. His writing is just superb. Now, for me, if the artwork isn't as strong as the writing, it sometimes bores me, and I just kind of feel distant from it. But because Ramada Jr., I don't like his artwork with the Avengers. It works good for Kick-Ass, But like I said, I don't like how he draws the Avengers. It looks too blocky, but Bendis just is a phenomenal writer. I mean, this whole story was great. What's cool is it's pretty much narrated by the Watcher, and he's just kind of going through what's happening, what's going to happen almost. Hood's got a lot of the gems now. Thor and Red Hulk grabbed, I think, 2 of them. I think Thor had time and Red Hulk had power. So it's, and then you see who's coming in at the very end, which is Thanos. So the next one, it says who's going to wield the gem. So we'll have to definitely see on that. This has been a great read. This one, I was Fear Itself. So this is the big event that's coming in. It was a first issue, so I don't expect too much. It was kind of slow. I did like the part between Odin and the Watcher. Odin's just going off on him, saying, "Don't you judge me, you watching me," and all this crap. But other than that, it wasn't too exciting for me. You know, I know it should pick up. I'm pretty sure it is, but I just didn't really care for it. I did like the part at the end with Steve Rogers. And they're like, "Well, what's going on? The gods have left us." I just thought that was kind of wimpy-ish, but you know, it's all about fear, so maybe that's going to play a role. I don't know. And Thor got his ass handed to him by Odin. I mean, that was a beatdown and a half. So, like I said, it was issue number 1. Didn't really thrill me, but it should get better soon. We'll have to wait. This right here, I was completely shocked at. I don't read X-23 just because I didn't want to get into more titles. I actually seen it at the shop. It was they had it for their pick of the week, so I picked it up, and what a great read. And I actually been waiting for X-23 to fight Dakin for a while, and they didn't disappoint. I actually really like the way they write her. You know, her thought process. She's really cunning and just vicious. And the last 2 issues, they really go at it. Or not issues, but the 2 pages. I mean, they threw down. So it was a pretty good read. Now, and then the second one came out, which they didn't fight at all, really. And Dakin and Gambit kind of went at it for a minute, and Gambit was just beating his ass. Like, he was all over him. But there's something, I don't know what's up with Dakin. He's got some issues. You know, if you know what I mean. He's got some issues. The guy's kind of crazy. But it was kind of a letdown the way he beat Gambit. He hit him with a rock. I mean, really? A rock? But nonetheless, it was still a great read. I enjoyed it. Definitely check out this one, Collision. So I'm going to have to follow it until it ends. It's been pretty damn good. X-Force has been a solid title. And what's really good about this one is you see a different side of Deadpool, which you don't really see too often. So I won't spoil it away because it was a fantastic read. I mean, the story is a bit like over the top, but it's been great. The brutality of it all, I mean, it's really nice. Now, this is one I really enjoyed. Avengers versus New Avengers. You finally get to see him go at it, and they didn't disappoint. You had Fury's team kind of crashing in. They got the upper hand. And then Carol's team came in there and actually finished up the job. So it's looking like a really good story. And they actually, this Spider-Man scene right here was at the very end. So definitely check it out. I don't know what's going to happen. They're really pushing the death of Spider-Man pretty hard. Let's see. The New Avengers was really good. I really love the artwork. You have your second story as well, which involves Nick Fury and his weird-ass Avengers team. But yeah, it's going to be a good one. Now, Mockingbird, of course, was injured, and it looks like the repercussions are going to be pretty big because we don't know if Victoria Hand set them up. They're going to think that, or what's going to happen, but it's been pretty good. So this is another title, and I like that it's actually keeping up with the other Avengers titles. So they're both on issue 11. This is the only ones I read for the Avengers. Secret Avengers as well, regular Avengers. This was beyond stupid to me. I really did not like this. This was boring. The artwork was really cartoonish. It was like something you'd put up in the Sunday comics. It was just boring. I didn't understand why they would start out with this one like this. The one before it was kind of cool, just reminiscing on Johnny, but it's a waste of your time if you really care. But it was stupid. Kick-Ass 2 was pretty damn badass. It finally came out not too long ago. Kind of forget what kind of happens in this. I read it on my way to Vegas, but I know there was a lot of bloodshed. They got a little team going on, so it's going to be pretty good. Emerald Warriors, War of the Lanterns. Very, very dope. Right now, the antagonist right now, I forget his name, but he was one of those original, who's his face? Oh, whatever. But yeah, he's got all the entities right now, and he's sending Parallax out there to Guardians. That's what I'm thinking about, the Guardians. So he's sending Parallax out there, and he's got control over almost all of the lanterns. There's only a few that he couldn't get control over, and they kind of, as you see this, they kind of went at each other for a while. The same thing happened to Jon Stewart and Kyle Rayner. It's kind of messing with their minds, so they had to take off their rings. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Maybe they have to fight without the rings. Maybe they have to put on new rings, but it's gonna be pretty cool. Another great one was The Dark Knight Part 2. My favorite artist, David Finch. This is his work, his writing as well for most of it, but his artwork is just grand. The story is a little far-fetched. It doesn't have continuity with what's going on. It's just like its own story, but there's this like kind of amulet that's making Bruce just go crazy. And it was really cool because he broke like both arms of Penguin and his leg just to get information out of him, so it was pretty brutal. But yeah, his artwork is just beautiful. I love his work, man. This guy is sick. Continuing with the reign of Doomsday, Superboy. The writing was kind of weak, but the fighting is just vicious. I mean, Superboy just gets his ass whipped, and we don't know what's going on, what's going to happen, because Doomsday, they haven't really said anything. I know at the end of this one he goes into this spaceship, so I'm wondering if maybe Brainiac has something to do with this. I'm not too sure, but everybody he's come across, he's just slaughtered. I mean, it's just been one of those titles. And we got this piece of crap. This is just beyond stupid as well. I don't know what they're doing with this whole line. Sorcerer King. It's just retarded. It makes absolutely no sense. It was just boring. And this is the last one. I haven't read it yet, which I'll probably do it tonight. I have something to read at work. But yeah, as long as it doesn't have anything to do with that title, this be pretty cool. So we'll see. Looks like Supergirl's in this one. All right, but that's the end of the week for the comics. So make sure you guys, like I've always said, get to your comic shop or your store and get some comics. Support it.